Welcome to Honest Whispers Review. Today we'll be reviewing DC Direct's JLA cover-to-cover Wonder Woman statue. It's a limited edition to 3,100, released in late 2007, based on the cover art of Wonder Woman Volume 2, issue number 181. The artwork is done by Jimenez, and the sculpting is done by Greenwell. This is a hand-painted cold cast porcelain, around 9.5 inches tall. I'm going to go over 5 different categories to review this. First category is design, basically the concept, pose, or the presentation. And because it's based on a iconic pose and an iconic cover, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. The next category is sculpting, basically the execution or the details of the statue. And as you can see on the details of the hair, there's a lot of time and detail put into this, especially to reflect the art style of Jimenez. So from front to back, many hair strands are very intricately detailed. But at the same time, there are some minor differences. One of the biggest difference is the sword. It's pointing backwards on the statue. When it's on the artwork, it's pointing right. And you can see some details on the sword in the artwork. You got some strands coming out of the handle, and the blade guard's a lot more intricate, which could be a problem on a 3D sculpting because it could be breakable. But still, there's a lot of good details on the sword itself, the handle, and the sword guard's a bit simplified, but still looks good and reflects the character. So I don't think it's a huge hit. Some decent details on the breastplate and really good details on the skull. Although there are some minor differences, as you can see on the skull, it's slightly more dislocated and pointing upwards in the artwork, while this one's a little more attached. But I have to say the 3D looks a little bit more realistic. And the biggest difference, of course, is the lasso of truth. She's holding one on the cover art while it's missing on the statue. Of course, that could be many reasons. It could be breakable, production costs, and retail costs. So it's not a huge hit for me either on those, but I can't say it's perfect either. So due to that, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. The next category is painting. And one of my biggest flaws on the painting, or one of the biggest flaws on the painting, as you can see on this particular statue, is the hair strand on the neck, when it should have been painted black so it stands out. The tiara, the edge of the tiara, there's more gold than it should be. That edge should be black, and due to that, when you look straight at the tiara, it's crooked or lopsided. The teeth is a minor problem. It's not painted all the way, but fortunately the eyes of this statue is pretty symmetrical. I've seen other ones where one eye is thicker than the other and makes it look a little weird. The boots, you could only tell, but you could tell when you're looking close, but the lines slightly squiggled. It's not completely straight. And on top of here, white slightly overlaps, which you can't really tell, and not a huge problem. But another big problem here is the stars on the back. You can see the middle star, there's a piece missing and found its way on top of the star. That little white piece is above the middle star right there. And the stars are not symmetrical. As you can see, there's more gap between the left row and the middle row than the middle row and the right row. So due to that, I'm going to give the painting category a 6 out of 10. The fourth category is value. This came out and retailed around $49.95. Right now the aftermarket value is pretty much non-existent. You can pretty much find it for the same price with the shipping included on eBay, maybe slightly higher, and the lowest price on Amazon is $69.95 right now. So due to that, unfortunately I'm gonna have to give the value of this statue 4 out of 10. And the final category is overall, considering every score, all the details, all the quality issues, and of course the actual value of the statue. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Because it's still overall a very nice statue. It's even been displayed on Big Bang Theory. You could display this on different many angles, from the front, the side, and still looks good. The base looks good. The only issue, of course, would be that sword. If you have limited shelf space, it's going to take up a lot of empty space. But otherwise, still a well done statue. Just unfortunate there's no aftermarket value to this, especially when it's over 10 years old. So once again, design is 10 out of 10, perfect score. Sculpting, 8 out of 10. Painting, 6 out of 10. Value, 4 out of 10. And overall, 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Until next time.